Alrighty, everyone. So this is graphing points on an XY coordinate graph. This is page 23. So go ahead and read through it, underline what you think is important, and then come back to us. Okay, this is what I would have highlighted. There's a lot of text in this. I actually wouldn't have highlighted anything because the picture is what I go for. But this is my personal thing. So I want you guys to underline so that you know what's important to you, right? For me, when I get a menu at a restaurant, I go straight for the pictures. It's just helpful. It's faster. So when you're taking your assessments, if you're using your toolkit, then you could just like go straight through it, right? So let's go over this, right? On a two-dimensional graph, so we're thinking flat graph, right? That's why we have XY. And then in college or high school, you might get a XYZ graph, three-dimensional, right? We have our horizontal number line. So I want to add a couple notes. Horizontal, we're thinking left and right, called the x-axis. The vertical one would be the up and down, right? So this is vertical, this is horizontal. Okay, and that's called the y-axis. The two axes cross at the origin. So that's already labeled for you on the graph right there on the bottom. So it's right there, which is the 0 point on each axis, right? So that's where they cross. And a lot of times you won't see it like this. You'll actually see it extending, right? And it keeps on going forever, right? So here, if it's 1 up here, then this would be -1 down here, right? If it's 1 over here on the right, then it would be -1 on here, right? I'm just going to add this because there's space, right? And it just keeps going. So it doesn't just end at 5, it keeps going 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can see that's the point of these arrows, right? So the point of the arrows tells you that it keeps on going forever. Okay, points on the graph are identified by two numbers in an ordered pair. So this right here is an ordered pair, right? And the first number is the x coordinate. The second number is the y coordinate. That's already labeled on your plane. What you guys need to know is how to plot the points, right? Or how to locate it. So it says how to locate, right? It's the coordinate point 3, 2. So you go 3 units to the right, and then you go 2 units up. So I'm going to actually draw this out for you. The 3 means you start at 0, you go to 3, and then to the right, and then you go up 2, and that's where your point is. Start here. Okay. And we'll do some practice, just not on this one, right? So I'm actually going to write a couple notes right here, just one. We have our ordered pair, right? This is our ordered pair in parentheses, and we look at x, y. Now remember, we use x, we use y, we use these as symbols to represent numbers, right? And our x would be our x coordinate, our y would be our y coordinate. This one, the x, tells you to go left or right, depending on what the number is, right? So if it tells you if that number is 5, then you need to go to the right 5 spaces. If it's -5, then you need to go to the left, right? Just based on the number line. This y tells you to go up or down. And same thing, if it's 3, if that number is 3, then you go up 3, right? If it's -3, then you go down 3, okay? And looking at this example is 3, 2. What I want you guys to do is I want to see on your pictures, I want you to plot, right? So when they say plot, that means you find it and you make that dot right there. I want you to actually plot 2, 4, and 5, 0. So go ahead and do that and then double check your answers. Okay. So 2, 4, let me color code this for you. 2, 4, if I look at this right here, I'm going to follow the directions, right? It says 2, left or right. So this goes to the right, 2. And then 4 tells me to go up or down. It goes up 4. So this would be the point 2, 4, right? I went to the right 2, I went up 4. Don't have to draw the dotted lines. For my next one, I don't want to make this too crowded for you, but 5, 0, this tells me, again, the first number tells me to go left or right. So it goes to 5. And then the second number tells me to go up or down, except it's 0. So if it's 0, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just staying here. This one would be 5, 0. A lot of my students get confused on which axis that point should be on. So just make sure that you know the X is the horizontal axis, right? So the left and right, the Y is the up and down, okay, the vertical one. And that's it. Make sure you get to the very end, click on show results, and then upload any photos that you need to if you're on Edpuzzle. Thank you.